film first appeared in Germany in 1895 courtesy of the Bioscope, invented by brothers Max and Emil Skladnowski. By 1910, there were over 1,000 cinemas operating in Germany with a large number of imported films. The Student of Prague was released in 1913 and was one of the first commercially successful films made in Germany. This feature-length horror story follows a young man struggling to hold on to his identity and battling with his internal conflicts. The popularity is attributed to its social relevance at the time when the society was on the brink of the German Empire collapsing. Within the context of German cinema influences, I think it's important to note that the Grimm brothers were prominent figures. Their work collecting and transcribing old German fairy tales would serve as a database of stories that would inspire films up to this day. Some examples are Rapunzel, Cinderella, Little Red Riding Hood, and Beauty and the Beast. With the onset of World War I in 1914, imports of films ceased from non-Allied nations, leaving a large gap in the industry. As national funding increasingly went toward war efforts, the film industry suffered. Taking note of France and Britain's use of film during the war as a form of societal influence inspired the Germans, who would give funding to start BUFA, with the purpose of creating propaganda films that promoted German war priorities. The German people, living through the painful reality of war, weren't exactly excited to go see films about such war. This enticed the need for a separate genre of film that offered an escape instead of a reminder. UFA, founded in 1917, is responsible for the majority of films that were produced in what is known as the Weimar era. This era of filmmaking continued the exploration of social change and insecurity in the aftermath of the World War I. Also known as German Expressionism, this style of film grew out of the tormented psyches of artists and writers coming to terms with their individual experiences. This era is most iconic for its use of developed mise-en-scène and set design, which was highly influenced by Expressionist art at the time. The use of shadows, canted angles, mirrors, and bizarre imagery are a few of the most identifiable features. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari is especially powerful as a response to the war. It is a story of a madman who uses hypnotism to lure others into committing crimes and murders for him. Based on the experiences of two veterans, its symbolism is heavy and profound. A film like this causes one to wonder, was UFA funded to act as a distraction, or was it to further the political agenda? The Golem, made in the same year as Caligari, is also an interesting one to dissect. It depicts an ancient story as a different world, yet uses and relies on real-life examples with direct references. The prominence of foreshadowing is hard not to notice. Lastly, I would like to look at the 1922 film Nosferatu, the first of the Dracula films ever made. This tells the story of a vampire, a literal blood-sucking antagonist who preys on innocent people and either kills them or leaves them to become infected with his disease. A message like this was spreading rampant throughout the nation. With the increase of tensions in Germany and the assertion of Nazi presence, many German filmmakers found themselves and their film styles moving to the United States, where their influence is still seen today.